All right, well, I thought it'd be fun to do a symbol and a fibble together today. I haven't done this for a little while. So if you're not familiar with these, symbol is a little bit different. Check the link in the description for another video where I explain the rules for symbol a little bit more. It's a little confusing how the symbols are applying to the answer, not to the guess. But once you understand the rules, it's not so bad. But anyways, and fibble is the game that's like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. And I'm gonna make the same guesses for both puzzles. And since fibble gives you the starting word as weave, we're just gonna go ahead and do that on the symbol. Okay, well, ooh, interesting. So we've got all three symbols already. We're gonna assume that the pentagons are gray because the one that you get the most of is most likely to be gray. Could be a W or an E. Let's see, for the fibble, I like to repeat letters to try and get contradictions, but I'd rather repeat one that's a green or a yellow than a gray. So I'm thinking repeat the E, which would help us check if the heart is the green over here. But the problem is I like to repeat letters on the fibble, but repeating letters won't be as good over here. Because if the heart is yellow and we say do leave, right? Leave would be good for the fibble. But if we do leave over here and we get a heart again, we don't know if it's because of the E or if it's because of the A or the V. Let's just go ahead and do something with the E and some new letters. Let's do poise. I don't know. Okay, interesting. All right, let's do poise over here. So, okay, so the heart is green. So it's S-E. The first letter is, it could be another E potentially. Otherwise, A or V. Could it be something like this? I'm not sure what that would be. Nothing's coming to mind right away. Otherwise, it would have to be, I mean, if you have V, then what would be maybe R-S-E? But the only vowel you would have at that point would be either an E, which it can't be because of the E and weave, or U, so that doesn't really work. Or it's an A. Abuse? Abuse would work. Abuse is never the answer, except for sometimes on Wordle. And over here, I mean, we don't know much. We don't know much. You know, abuse isn't terrible for fibble. So maybe, maybe we go with that because, you know, it does have the S and the E and the A up here, so it gives us a few options for contradictions there. Let's go for it. I think that's gonna be the answer on the symbol. All right, well, that makes it a lot easier if you figure out one of the two puzzles pretty quickly, so very cool. All right, so abuse over here. So, man, we didn't get much from that at all, did we? Because we didn't get a contradiction with the S or the E. I mean, the green E almost has to be true at this point. If it's not true, it's the lie on all three of them, which is possible, but unlikely. Because if it was the lie on all three of them, that would make everything else true. You'd have to have an A third, you'd have to have a P, a U, and a V. No, those gotta be true. Now, that means that this is probably true as well, unless there's two E's in the word, which is, you know, not impossible. I feel like if the A and the V were both true, then you'd either have to have another E or you'd have to have a W, and that gets a little tricky, having a W and a V, and the V can't be fourth, and what if we did a side? Reuse some of the letters, hope for some contradictions. Okay, so I mean, yeah, this is true. I feel like the A is gonna be true, because we've got three, there's definitely gonna be an A in the word. We've got three times we've seen that there's an A in the word. So again, unless those are all three the lies, probably there's no S, unless those are all the lie. We're not getting any contradictions, which makes it a little bit tricky. But if I think there's an A, we know the E at the end. Let's do abide. Hope for some contradictions. There we go. All right, now we're getting some contradictions. So one of the D's is a lie, one of the I's is a lie. Confirms that these are true. It also confirms that these are true. These are all true then. Okay, now also the green eye down here or the gray eye up here is a lie. So, does that tell us anything? Not really. We also know that either the green A or the green eye is a lie, but again, that doesn't really help us much. So, if this eye is true, then we know that all three of those are lies. Which then means there is a D, there is a P, and there is a V. Is that possible? The P, it would have to be IPE. It'd have to have a V and a D at the beginning. No way. That can't be. So this cannot be true. That has to be the lie. Which then means that this is true, this is a lie, this is true, this is true. And that's all that tells us. So there's no D, there's no I. There is an A somewhere. It could be third. Either there's an O in the word, or the P is the lie and there's a P at the beginning or somewhere else. I'm inclined to think that green A is probably true at the top, but then we need to have, well, you could have no V. The V could be the lie and there could be no V. It could be that all we have is the A and the E right now. The U is a lie. I mean, not surprising, but I didn't even notice that. It's the only one left on the row there. So if it was a lie because it's supposed to be green, then this would have to be a lie. There would be an A somewhere else, which is possible. It could be something like AU. We could try, let's try cause. Okay, so we know this is the lie because we know there's no S. So everything else is true, there's no U. And the A is not first or second, so now it's really probably third, unless it's fourth. So I'm pretty sure this A is true. If the O was the lie in poise, you would need to have an O and a P. And the P couldn't be first. It would have to be like OP, because it's not gonna be AOE, so it would pretty much have to be either OAPE, which I don't like, or OPA, or that? No, I don't think so. So I'm thinking the P is the lie. Now, whether that means it's green or it's not in the word at all, I'm not sure. So maybe something like this is what we should be doing. Plate. Plate isn't bad. The answer was plate. That was really not bad. All right, very cool. Well, we got the symbol in 3 and the fibble with 2 guesses remaining, so I feel pretty good about that. So let me know how you did with today's symbol and fibble. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Pretzel's a good name for a dog.
Yes.
Good name. We like food names for our dogs.
You know, we could just give all our reindeer food names. We could name them Turkey and Cranberry.
And Lurkey.
That's a terrible name for a dog.
Turkey and Lurkey.
I feel like venison would
Turkey
be a
alert.
bad idea.
What is that? Cheek. Cheek. It's gonna be cheek. Okay, well, let's do essay type. Look at that. That is a word I should have had a long time ago. So now, I don't know. Let's try that. Oh, those is. So the 3 I's were the lies. Wow.